and welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the title, it's another one of those discussions where some believe that we are beating a dead horse. I'm going to sit back and relax as I bring this one because there is much that I need to say, but I want to come from a different angle this time. I'm going to be sharing with you a take from someone else. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you his image, but I'm not going to share his video. I will direct you to his channel. This young man, his channel is called the Shumake Way or the Shumake Way. I'm not sure how he pronounces that. I've watched a few of his videos and I can't remember how it's pronounced. I think I heard him some time ago say how the channel is pronounced, either the Shumake Way or the Shumake Way. Okay, now this particular video right here, he is talking about if you were a black woman, would you feel safe in society? Now, he also spoke about how he doesn't like all of the time to have to talk about these subjects. I've said something similar. Many of us have said the same thing, that we don't like to have to deal with these subjects all the time because this gender war thing is out of control, right? But this is a real issue in the black community, which is why it has to be addressed. There has to be something that needs to be done because we are wiping ourselves out and whiting ourselves out. We are destroying one another with all of the rhetoric, all of the contention, the bitterness, the hatred. Okay? And so I like this young man's commentary because he comes from a very realistic standpoint. Okay? Just like many of us, we have, like, I have a son that's not too far from his age. And on his channel, he talks about, on my son's channel, he talks about how, you know, there are problems with the women in the community, problems with the men in the community. And, you know, and on this channel as well, we do the same thing. But you have those who never ever want you to address any issues dealing with men, and they want the topic to stay on women only, as if it is off limits to say anything about what the head is doing. Now, this young man's, his take is very different than a lot of men I see speaking on YouTube. His take is that pretty much what you hear us say a lot, that the man is the head and the head is the one who's supposed to bring everything together, right? The woman is supposed to follow the lead of the man, right? Now, we say follow the lead of the man in righteousness. I don't know what this young man's religious views are. Of course, you all know what I believe about religion. I don't know what his spiritual life is like, but when I listen to his commentary about black relationships, it is on point. It is on point. If the women saw the men being true heads in the community, the women would fall in line. Of course, we always talk about the fact that there are women out here in the world. Of course, they have been made to be this way over time because of the downfall of the black community. Many of these women, we're not talking about them. There are those who are out here ratchet as all get out, aren't fit to be mothers, are just literally raising children that are out of control. We understand that, but not every black woman is like that. Likewise, not every black man is a brute beast. And so when you get a chance, I want you to go over to this young man's channel, the Shumake Way or the Shumake Way. Look at this video and look at many other videos. Again, he has stated that he's tired of talking about these subjects, but it is a very necessary thing to do. If you were a black woman, would you feel safe in society? Take a look at that video. Now, recently we talked about that particular thing because there seems to be an increase in violence against black women. There seems to be an increase, and we have given you countless examples of women who have lost their lives, women who have been stalked, women who have been beaten, and not all of these situations are domestic violence situations, meaning it wasn't a boyfriend, it wasn't a husband. Some of these have been cases of complete strangers who approached these women on the streets, antagonized them, pursued them, threatened them, beat them, or even killed them. Right? And so for those of you who say, well, these are the men they chose, I hate that excuse when you say these women are choosing these men. Okay? The woman at the grocery store did not choose the man that shot and killed her. Right? And so this young man, the Shumake Way, this video where he put out recently, it says, if you were a black woman, would you feel safe in society? So it's not just women talking about this. There are even other men. I think we need to see more men talking about the reality of relationships in the black community. There needs to be more men, because it seems as though men hearing women talk about it feels as though they are being attacked. I don't understand how anyone could feel like they are being attacked if you are saying, look, there's a situation where a young woman was walking down the street and someone approached her and was trying to hit on her, and she rejected his advances and asked and told him politely, kindly, no, I'm not interested. And then all of a sudden he goes ballistic and gets violent with her. How do you feel that that's attacking men? When you're talking about something that has happened to a specific woman, that is deflection. That is, in my opinion, that is gaslighting and trying to deflect from a very real problem that we have. I want to ask you men who feel like you're being attacked, when we're not even talking about you specifically, we're talking about John Doe, who did it and why. We're talking about that man who did that crime. Why do you feel like you are being attacked? So let me ask you this. If you have a mother, an aunt, a sister, a cousin, or a girlfriend, wouldn't you want or a grandmother, wouldn't you want someone to speak up on their behalf if this type of violence was happening against them? Would you want someone to speak up on their behalf? Everything is not about attacking. Now, I do agree that there are some channels where women are literally attacking black men. Vice versa. There are channels where black men are attacking black women. It is what it is, right? But when you look at the difference, when you weigh the difference of the two attacks, a lot of the black men are saying that they hate black women. As a matter of fact, someone recently shared something with me where there's a black man who went on KS's channel and he said that black women, period, black women are his enemy. And I'm like, brother, I don't even know you. I can assure you that I am not your enemy, right? But in his mind, black women are his enemy, as if he think white women are his friends, as if he think Asian women are his friends, Arab women, Latino women are his friends. What amazes me when I hear brothers say something like that, or should I say men, because these men are not my brothers. When I see men say something like that, I say to myself, what makes you think that black women are your enemies? I would like a rundown of all of these hundreds of black women who have done something to you. All of these thousands or millions of black women who have hurt you. Because a lot of times, and we know this from personal experience, people that we know who have been the aggressors against or towards black women, but now that black women are saying, look, enough is enough. I don't want to have nothing else to do with you and your shenanigans. I'm tired of being hurt by you, mistreated, used, and abused. When black women say enough is enough, then all of a sudden that man says, I can't stand black women. I hate black women. When they were the ones who were abusing black women, but black women said they're finished. They can't do it anymore. Why then do you determine that you now hate them? Because they won't let you mistreat and use them anymore? So a lot of the black women's channels that you see are women who have been abused, been hurt, been used, mistreated, all of that, or have been neglected, attacked. All kinds of things have happened to them, and they have said, I can't take it anymore. I can't do this anymore. I know that there are men who are victims too, but a lot of these brothers, they play in games when they try to make it seem as though the numbers are equal. Like one man put it out there. He said that just as many, listen y'all, can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe this? This man said that just as many black women are killing black men as there are black men killing black women. I said to myself, these are the things that they must say to themselves to convince themselves that they are not as bad as they are, those who do these kinds of things. Okay? Now, my true brothers out here know that I'm talking about brute beast. I am not talking about the good men out here, the righteous men, the upstanding men. I am not talking about those who are handling their business. And I know those of you who follow this channel or follow our ministry channel, you don't feel the need to chime in because you already know we're not talking about good men. You know that we are specifically talking about those who are wreaking havoc in the black community. Right? Now, one point that I wanted to bring out, and I perhaps may want to address this in another video, a separate video, so that I can focus specifically on this, but I find it tripped out how a lot of so-called black men chime in whenever I'm talking about violence of black men against black women, right? They chime in and they feel like they're being attacked. But did you not know that, of course you know this, of course you know, there are a lot of black men attacking and killing other black men too. But y'all just can't stand to hear us talk about what black men are doing to black women because you know it's a coward doing those kinds of things. Now, there was a story that just really bothered me some time ago. I don't think I got a chance to cover this one, but it was one of those things, and I may have covered it, but I can't remember if I did right off the top of my head. But it was a situation where a woman was lying on, I think, her ex or something, and saying that he was doing something that he wasn't doing. And so her current boyfriend comes and kills him on Facebook Live. So this was a tangle of mess right here. A woman with lying lips on someone that was her ex, and then her current boyfriend comes and kills a man, killing another man on Facebook Live. And so this type of violence exists in the black community, period. Not just black men against black women, but black men against black men, and black women against black men, black women against their children, men against their children, children against their parents. I mean, it is a whole circle or cycle of mess. And yes, we already know that other races of people do this stuff too, but we are not talking about them. I have to continue to say that for the deflectors who say, well, it's not just black people, it's not just men, it's not just women. We know this. But this subject is talking about what it's talking about. There is no need to deflect every time. But back to the original topic at hand. The young man whose channel I shared with you, he speaks a lot of truth about black relationships. And he puts it where it needs to be put. The head is what is needed to be repaired so that the whole body can be repaired. No one is saying that black women are not out of order. But where did it all begin? This young man has a very realistic take on things, that our black men, they are supposed to be the leaders, the solid, righteous leaders in our communities. The reason why we need, or not that we need, I'm going to say need and have, okay? Because it shouldn't be a need for this at all. But the reason why we have to have, or we need, or have white officers come in to the black community to police us and put us in check is because the head is out of order. If black men were not the ones behind the camera filming a brawling of women fighting, talking about World Star, if they were not the ones behind the camera as a group of black men are dumping a female into a dumpster, if they were not behind the camera as young people are beating down a middle-aged couple, stealing their car keys and their purses and things of that nature, Talking about World Star, if they were not the ones doing this, but they were the ones who intervened and peacefully broke these situations up or even prevented them, we should be able to police our own communities. If the black man as the head would stand up and rise above the foolishness, the women would fall in line. They would have no other choice. They would have no other choice. But when the men are out of order, or the head is out of order, when the head is sick, so many times we have said this on our ministry channel and on this channel. When the head is sick, the whole body is sick. When a person has a headache and that headache is throbbing, we know the man is the head, right? When that headache is throbbing, sometimes it puts that whole body down. That whole body is unable to function when the head is sick. So, to you brothers who can't stand to hear it coming out of a woman's mouth, go over to the Shumake or the Shumake channel, the Shumake Way, this young man's channel right here. Go over to his channel and hear him say it if you can't stand to hear a woman say it, because he is saying some of the exact same things that we are saying and that so many others are saying. I don't know everything that he believes or everything that he talks about, but as it relates to black relationships, I am in agreement with what this young man has to say. Okay? I'm only talking about his words concerning black relationships. The man being the head, and the woman will follow the suit if the head is in line. Okay? Nothing else. So if he has something else that he has out there that I'm not aware of, I'm not talking about that. I'm only talking about black relationships. Right? We need to fix this, y'all. For us as a people, we need to fix this. Unfortunately, too many of us, men and women, think that the fixing of our situation is just simply to go to another race of people. That is not the fixing of us. That is the destruction of us. And if you think that you are making yourself better by whiting out your seed, then you are one of the biggest parts of the problem in the so-called black community. I am done with this video. Until next time. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.